So guys, I'm in the studio now Saturday morning and I'm just getting things set up. I'm just getting the designs all set out, the ones that's for the day. There's a few piercings in as well today, so yesterday Marco got all the sheets and all that ready for me, so that's one less job this morning. So I'm just doing a load of photocopying just now. And then I'm going to get things set up for the first booking, and then we'll take it for there and see how the rest of the day goes. So this is me just getting setting up for my first booking at 10 o'clock. So I'm just going to get just in the middle of getting the trolley ready and look out what inks I'm going to be using, what needles I'm going to be using, and what machine as well. So let's see. So generally a Saturday normally goes in pretty quick because it's normally pretty busy. It's normally kept going on a Saturday. We're trying our best at the moment to just work with appointments, simply because it means that all the designs can be prepared either a couple of days before your booking or the night before. And it just means that due to COVID restrictions, we want to try and cut down the amount of customers we've got in the studio at the one time. So just now, working by bookings, it just means when you come in, you don't need to then sit and wait for me getting your design drawn as well. The design will be ready for you because it will be prepared, like I said, either the night before or a couple of days before. So it's a lot better because it means you're not hanging about in the studio, because sometimes, depending on the drawings can take a wee while to draw up and to get them stenciled as well. So so I'm just getting out my lining ink. And I'm just going to check and see what the first one is. If I'm either going to be working with just black and grey, or colour. So I'll go and check that, and I'll be back in 2 seconds. So the first tattoo this morning is a black and grey design. So I'm just going to get my grey tones set up. It's one of my own designs that I'm going to be doing. So it's a flower design, and it's also got some writing with it as well. So I'm going to use, for the first one, I'm going to use my coil machines. And I'll be setting up 2 machines for this design. It will be liner machine and a grey shader machine. Generally I've got machines that I use for packing colour, and then I've got machines if I'm going to be working more shaded, so like your black and greys, like your grey washes. So I'm going to use my coil machines for this one. Going to get my grips and that set up. For my grips, I'm completely disposable, so I don't re-sterilise them because they are disposable. These ones are rubber form. and they're already pre-sterilised, so I basically just buy them. I buy them in, they're already sterilised, so it saves you all the bother. They having like scrub, pack, autoclave. Generally with my autoclave, that's only for the piercing instruments. So that's for all the clamps and the forceps and stuff like that. It's basically just something similar as like in the hospital or in the dentist. All your forceps and clamps and stuff like that are all sterilised. Same with the jewellery as well. The jewellery all gets packed, and then it all gets put in the autoclave and it all gets sterilised. So just going to get my needles. So for my needles for this one, it's pre-sterile needles. Same with these, I buy these in, so they're all pre-sterile, and you've no got to go to the bother of packing them on, sterilising them yourself. These all come pre-packed. So this morning for this one, I'm going to be using a tight 7 liner for the outline, and I'm going to be using an 11 mag for my grey shades. The mags that I generally use are curved mags, so they're curved at the edges. I personally prefer to work with them. I think you get a softer edge on it, you get like softer tones, and you're able to shade into tones a lot easier. Every tattooist is different, they've all got their own way of working. And we all sort of find our own things that we like to work with. So tattooists, we use all different inks as well. It just depends on what we prefer working with, and it just really depends on how we work as well. So I'm going to be using, for this one, I'm going to be using liner, obviously for my outline, and then I'm going to be using my grey tone, so I'm going to use probably medium and dark. And I'm sure this design, I'll have to get a wee check, but I'm sure this one has got white as well, so I'm going to be putting in some white highlights into it. So I'm looking forward to doing this one this morning, because it is one of my own designs, and it's always nice to see your own designs, like putting them on to someone, that someone actually wants to wear them, which is, it's appreciated. I appreciate every one of my clients, because my clients have all stuck by me the past 21 year, and we've gone on nearly 22 year it is. We've now been at Victoria Road for turning 21 year, and we were in the Savoy for a year and a half to 2 years before then. I can't remember exactly. For the first year when I first started in the Savoy, I was doing piercing. So I opened a piercing studio in the Savoy in one of the units. And then during that time, I started training in the tattooing. And then I started doing it for the last year. Before we left the Savoy, I started the tattooing. And then at that time, we were all told that the Savoy Centre was supposed to be closing down, so most of the retailers that were in there when we were there, they all left at the same time as we did, and it ended up it's still open. The centre's pretty quiet now, there's not really much in it, so we moved over to the south side because we live over here, our family's over here, kids go to school here, so it's like a 5-minute walk for the house. So yeah, so that's me set up for the first one. So I'll just get my photocopies finished, and then I will head over and get some stock for the studio. So speak soon, and thanks for watching this video.